Turn this light on. What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and I'm back. Shout out to everybody. We'll wait for some people to come through before I start this show. Um, as y'all can see, this is a supporter's request. Hey, Soft Spoken, how you doing? Great to see you. Shout out to my man Doug. Shout out to T Duck. I'm glad you tuned in, Soft Spoken. But like I always say, welcome back to SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Um, here tonight. Um, like I said, I'm here to speak on a supporters' request. I appreciate my supporters. Shout out to my sister Poetic Kels. Um, but I support and I appreciate all my supporters. So if you a supporter here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, welcome Rising Star. Great to see you. Yes, I do requests. Yes, I do. Ryan Clark, peace, brother. But yeah, if you a constant supporter of mine, I will definitely take any requests. I appreciate you, T Duck. Salute to you, bro, on the donation. I appreciate that, bro. I'm taking requests. That's something I'm doing on my channel this year for 2019. I had put a message out a while ago in the community, just asking people um, what they wanted me to talk about. And I got a few requests. Actually, I only got two. So, yeah, I do request Rising Star. And anybody else, anybody else who supports Sheep Stay Sleep TV, you know, just hit me up, dsalliance1@gmail.com, and hit me with an email and tell me what y'all want me to talk about. Even if I gotta do a little research, it's not an issue, you know. Shout out to my brother Rob on the check-in. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate that, T Duck, and that's what I'm doing, bro. That's what I'm trying my best to do, man. Um, I know I don't go live as much. I'm gonna definitely try to go live much more. Shout out to my brother Doug for the donation. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, Doug. Shout out to my brother, the chef, JT. Shout out to the chef. But yeah, this year, family, I'm definitely I'm taking requests from the people. You know, I've been thinking about this is just my way of me not just giving back to y'all, because I feel like I always give to y'all when I come here and I speak to y'all. But I noticed that there's not a plethora of topics that are being discussed in our sector of YouTube, and I feel like it's time for us to broaden our horizons. Because at the end of the day, everything stems back to one. Everything is all inclusive in the puzzle, all one big puzzle. But what I want to do is I want to explore other parts. And I want us to have conversations about the other parts of the puzzle. You know, a lot of us, we just talk about politics. We talk about, food. We talk about war, stuff like that. But we don't delve too deep into other topics that we need to talk about. Like I said, you know, we dealing with 1,000, maybe a 10,000 piece puzzle. So there's other parts to explore. That's gonna always come back to make the whole. So don't be afraid to hit me with no topics, family. Any requests, just hit me with it. I appreciate that, Rising Star. I appreciate it. You know, I just don't want to be I don't want to be a watered down version of somebody else here on YouTube. I don't want to be considered a watered down version platform to someone else's platform. This is why I bring the topics I bring. This is why I speak on the things I speak on, because um, I notice a lot of people don't speak on it, and it's taboo. Shout out to Candy on the check-in. Thanks for tuning in, Candy. I appreciate it. So tonight, you know, I won't be before y'all too long, cause I might do a double show tonight, man. You know, I haven't done one of those in a while. You know, I miss y'all. So I might come back. I appreciate that, Rising Star. I appreciate that, and I won't. I won't. Honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all this before I start. I don't go live as much, and I never really went live too much, because not only do I don't want to bombard y'all, but I don't want to I don't want to force nothing. I want to come to the people when things are on my mind and things are flowing. I don't want to force myself to come in front of y'all and speak. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Shout out to my man Doug for saying that. That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. I'm coming up with that list now. I'm making the list now. Shout out to my brother Malik Omar on the check-in. I appreciate your donation. He says, little brother, I salute you for your hard work elevating your community. You represent true black men in the flesh. Keep the positive energy going. I appreciate that, my brother Malik. Big bro. I appreciate that, man. It's always good to hear that from older brothers, man, that support younger brothers that's just trying to stay on the right track. You know? That's all brothers like me trying to do. But that's why y'all don't see me a lot. Because I don't wanna sound redundant, you know, and I don't wanna bore y'all, and I don't wanna force myself to speak to y'all. Because I feel like if I'm forcing myself, then I'm not being real. I'm not being genuine. I believe things flow when it's genuine. When it's natural and it just flow, the conversation flows, it's much more genuine that way. So, you know, this is why. I appreciate that, JT. Appreciate that, big bro. But tonight I want to talk about substance abuse. No doubt, Rising Star. But tonight we're gonna talk about substance abuse. And being in a relationship or even a marriage with a, um, a substance abusing partner. And like I said, this is a supporter's request, because I don't just call you guys my subscribers. Y'all my supporters, because y'all really do support me, and I appreciate y'all. Um, but you know, I didn't really, ask this person why they wanted me to talk about it, so I'm not. So I just want to let y'all know that too. Shout out to Old Reliable. Thanks for tuning in. If y'all hit me with a supporter's request, um, just give me what y'all want me to speak on, and y'all don't have to worry about me, making anything personal or anything like that. I won't even mention your name unless you tell me it's okay. So shout out to the supporter who sent this request in. This person always supports me, and I appreciate it very much. So dealing with a spouse who's a substance abuser is hard. It's hard to deal with them. First, I'm going to say, you know, it depends on what substance they're abusing. But at the end of the day, any person who's addicted to some form of substance, you're going to see some similarities. So you may see similar tendencies between an alcoholic and a crackhead. You may see similar tendencies with a crackhead and a weed smoker. You're going to see similarities because these things are all considered substances. So let's just understand that off the rip. So it doesn't matter what specific substance they're addicted to. Just understand that they all share some similarities. The worse the substance is to you, you're going to see even worse side effects, or you're going to see tendencies that are worse. And it's all dependent on that person too, because you have some people who have strong tolerances. Like, since me living in North Carolina or me visiting the South since I was young, notice was guys in the South or guys that are further south, they have a higher tolerance for alcohol. They can drink their asses off. Like, especially here in North Carolina, like, I done been at work with dudes that was drunk. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. He smell like a whole fifth of gin. And he working right beside me, doing what he gotta do. It's not affecting him physically. It's not affecting him. This guy worked the whole day, and he drink at lunch. He drink at lunch too. But one thing I've noticed is whenever he comes in and he doesn't have that drink, man, he's horrible. He's horrible. He don't want to work. He's complaining about everything. Everything is an issue when he don't have that bottle. When he don't have that bottle, it's not good. It's not good. Even, even to the point where he may have to run off the site, you know, and go get him a couple of beers and chug them down just to feel better. You know? And from what I've researched, uh, a person who's addicted to substances, whether it be alcohol, whether it be crack, cocaine, heroin, any prescription meds, what I read was they said that if this person is your spouse or if you're in a relationship with them, the first thing you must stop doing is stop making it about you and them. Let me repeat that. The first thing is you must stop making it about you and your spouse. Unless y'all getting high and drunk together. Unless y'all both have the substance abuse problem. But let's say, ladies, it's your husband. He can't stop drinking. You see what I'm saying? Your job, ladies, is to not tell your husband or your boyfriend that they need to stop drinking because it's affecting you. Don't tell them that. It's not about you. It's not about you. And see, this is one of the things that I'm going to be speaking about in part 3 of the relationship series. Selflessness versus selfishness. Shout out to Queen, I know who I am. Appreciate you tuning in. Indeed, Brother Rob, everything in moderation. Shout out to my brother Black Worlds on the check-in, man. Stop making it about you. Men, if you are in a marriage or in a relationship with a woman who cannot stop drinking, who cannot stop smoking cigarettes, who's addicted to prescription pills, stop making it about you. Shout out to my brother Darren on the check-in. Stop making it about you. Stop telling that person if they don't stop doing this, then we're not going to be together no more. Stop doing that. Because what you're doing is you're making it about you. And by you making the situation about you shows that you really don't care about them. You see? It shows that you really don't care about your significant other. It's really just about you wanting your way. It's about you wanting your partner in a certain way. So you may not like how your man act when he drink. So you may want him to stop drinking because he's a little bit more abrasive when he drink. He's not such a nice guy when he drinks. He may become a little assholishness, if that's a word. I don't care. But he may become a little asshole when he drink. So you don't want him to be an asshole, so you tell him, Well, babe, I think you should stop drinking because you I don't like the way you treat me when you drink. Shout out to Surfing Tangents. Happy New Year's to you too. And great to see you, Miss Lady. It's been a while. Great to see you though, Surfing. Shout out to my brother ID. Shout out to ID, man. And when I say this, ladies, I'm not saying this to make you feel like you should just sit back and accept anything. What I'm saying is stop making this situation about you. Same thing for the men. Stop making it all about you. Because when you're dealing with a person with substance abuse problems, you have to understand that you're dealing with a person who has mental and emotional issues. They have mental and emotional trauma. Understand that. You're dealing with a broken person. That's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with broken people. So so what they said is, what I read, they said that what a person should do is actually seek outside help. Go talk to somebody, go to some counseling, and don't be so quick to send him or her to the AA. You know, don't be so quick to send them to an AA meeting because all they may have to do is talk to a psychiatrist a couple times and they may begin to feel better about themselves. So don't be quick to call them an alcoholic. You know, because black people, we got a problem with that too. We real quick to label each other. We real quick to say, oh, that's a crackhead. Oh, he a pothead. How a nigga a pothead and he smoked 2 blunts a day? How is somebody an alcoholic who takes 1 or 2 drinks after work? So that makes them an alcoholic? You see what I'm saying? We gotta stop doing that. Yes, outside counseling definitely helps. Queen, I know who I am because you need somebody who's looking from the outside, that's on the outside looking in. Because like I was saying before you came in, sis, was a lot of times when you in a relationship with a person who's abusing substances, a person tends to make the situation about them and not about the person who's addicted. So say for instance, your man is addicted to weed. You want him to stop smoking weed because you don't like weed smoke. So you try to tell him, oh, you need to stop smoking weed, and you want to shame him for smoking weed. When the problem is actually not the weed, the problem is the person who's smoking weed. The problem is not the alcohol, it's the person. So what your job as a spouse is to go and get your spouse help. And not all the time can you help them. Miss Sweets, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Not all the time you can help them because you're in the situation. It's sometimes better to have people from the outside come in because they may see the situation differently. And you actually want to get your spouse help. You don't want to argue. Because I'm going to tell you something about people that abuse certain substances or have vices. When they get into arguments or they get emotional or things start to trigger things in their mind that they don't want to deal with, they're going to run to those substances. They're going to run to those substances. And what you should do as a spouse, and this goes for anybody. Your job is to get them help. Sometimes that's true. Queen, I know who I am, but other times you have to understand this too. Cause you sound like a person who, you know, you sound like a cut and dry person. Sometimes you have to understand that the way the mind works, you have to understand that it's not that people like to live in denial. It's that they want to be comfortable in their life. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that you can abuse that are not substances. But it's just tonight we talking about substance abuse. But there's plenty of things people use that they abuse to keep themselves comfortable. Nobody's living life they want to live to where they just high off of life. And no, no. Because if that's the way we were, if that's the way we are, I mean, as black people will be accomplishing a lot more in society. So none of us could sit here and act like we don't have something that we go to cool us off or to relax us. Some people just make more healthier decisions. But you have to this is why I said you have to stop being selfish and be selfless. Think about the person you're with. Stop thinking for them. Because we do that a lot of times in our relationships. We think for our spouse. We tell our spouse why they doing what they doing. You can't tell nobody why they doing what they doing. Only they could tell you. So you can't tell your man why he won't stop drinking Jack Daniels. You can't tell him that. He has to tell you. But you know why he never told you why he's addicted to Jack Daniels in the beginning? Because you're so judgmental and you're so selfish. And this is the number one thing they said that you're not supposed to do when you're in a relationship with a person that's abusing substances. You have to speak to them as if you were them. And a lot of us can't do that. That's why it's important we get outside help. That's why it's good that we go to a professional. Because they can get down to the root of the problem, which always traces back to some form of trauma, some childhood or some form of adulthood trauma. This is why people are addicted to substances, because of trauma. And whenever that person gets the sight or something triggers them that's going to bring them back to that time, they're going to go drink. They're going to go sniff that line. They're going to go pop that pill. Exactly. Exactly. Indeed, Queen, I know who I am. Exactly. If you can't, go get professional help. Simple. See, I know because I have people in my family that abuse substances. And I know that all the people in my family that abuse substances come from traumatic childhoods. All of them. They had trauma in their childhood and when they became adults. They had a traumatic experience with life. You see? Of course. Yeah. Definitely, Queen. Like I said, the people that I know in my family, they all had traumatic experiences in life. And nobody could sit here and tell me that they're strong enough to resist everything that life throws at them and they don't lean on something. Cause some of y'all who are not addicted to these substances like alcohol and cocaine and all of that, a lot of y'all are addicted to food. A lot of y'all are addicted to reality TV. A lot of y'all are addicted to YouTube. A lot of y'all are addicted to gossip. You see? So you have a vice. It just may not be that liquor bottle. It just may not be that beer can. But you have a vice that you go to. Like I said, some people maybe just make healthier decisions. You know? Some people start feeling some type of way, they go work out. Some people start go feeling some type of way, they go get in their car and go ride or go get on a motorcycle. Some people have an issue, they go to the goddamn mall and spend money. Or they go to goddamn Longhorn Steakhouse and spend $200-300 on a meal. But substance abuse, we have to stop being judgmental and pointing the finger and telling that person what they shouldn't be doing. Because when you use those negative affirmations, that confirms that what they doing is actually right. That's what you're actually doing. When you're trying to put that person down for drinking, or you trying to put that person down from getting high, you know what that tells that person? Well, I'm going to get even higher. Because this person just pissed me off. I'm about to go smoke a 50 of crack. So guess what you just did? Thinking you trying to help them, you just made them go, get high. You thinking you trying to help them by shaming them and making them feel less than who they are, you're going to make them go smoke another blunt. Because now they need to get over the shit you just put in their mind. They already wasn't feeling like shit, but you just made them feel worse. So now they're going to go smoke some more. Now I'm going to go pop some more ecstasy pills. Because all you doing is telling them negativity. All you doing is breaking them down. Oh, you gotta leave them drugs alone. They killing you. They doing this. They doing that. But what you doing? What you doing? You're breaking them down even more. See, you know how they say, you know how you was taught sticks and stones may break your bones, words will never hurt you. Words do hurt. Words do hurt, especially when they're put in a certain context. Words do hurt. So watch what you say to your spouse. You see what I'm saying? Watch what you say to people and watch how you say things to people. This is something I had to learn. Words are never forgotten. They definitely isn't. And when you dealing with that person who's addicted to that substance, they are drinking or whatever substance they're abusing, they're doing it, they're doing it so they don't hear those words again. Do you understand that? We have to understand, we have to understand that they're trying to actually drown the words and the feelings away. That's what they're trying to do. So the more you keep badgering your wife about her alcoholism, all you doing is making it worse. You're making it worse because now you're just another voice that they hear in their mind. So now, not only do they gotta block the hundreds of people in their family, now you become the 101. You see? So who's actually helping? Nobody. And you know why? You know why nobody helps? Because they don't know how. And if you don't know how to help a person, sometimes what we need to do is shut up. Sometimes we need to relax and shut up. If you don't know what to say, don't say nothing. Sometimes that's the best solution. Because the more you run your mouth, you're actually making it worse for the person that you claim you love. If you saying you love this person and they're telling you by you keep saying these things to them, what is it actually doing to them? Then what you're doing is you're doing exactly what you saying the alcohol is doing. You're actually the alcohol to that person because the alcohol is the remedy when you should be the remedy. Your words should be the remedy. But your words isn't the remedy because your words are toxic. Just like you claim that alcohol or that weed or that crack or that heroin is. Your words become those things to that person. So they got to go out and get high so they don't hear your words. Exactly. Queen, I know who I am. Exactly. This is why when they send a person into a inpatient, they call it inpatient. When they send a person to an inpatient rehab, there's no outside distractions. They actually don't allow the family to come there for a certain amount of time. And it's because of what the outside people is going to put in their mind. Exactly, Brother Rock. And you know, most people don't feel like that they being that way, Brother Rock. They feel like they trying to help when they actually not helping. They actually making it worse. So sometimes what we got to do is we just got to step back. We got to step back and love and live and let live. Yeah, we want the best for people. Yeah, we want to see people doing what they should be doing. That's true. But at the end of the day, it's not about you. How many of us in this chat right now could actually say that they want their spouse to be the best person they could be without them? How many of us could do that? If you wasn't with your wife, or if you wasn't with your husband or your boyfriend, would you wish them well without you? And I'm not saying, oh, I wish you the best. You know that generic, fake, grown-up bullshit that we all know ain't true. I'm talking about actually want them to become the best person that they could be, whether they were with you or not with you. Because, see, to me, that's what love is. See? I don't wish no ill will on nobody. Indeed, Brother Rob. So that's the solution when dealing with a substance abusing spouse. You have to go and get outside help. And stop speaking negative affirmations to them. If that person is drunk or high, and you see them and you know they drunk or high, please don't let that be the first thing you say to them. Damn, you drunk. Damn, you high. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it. Shout out to Old Reliable. Don't do that. Because that's the first thing people do. Damn, you drunk. You think that person don't know they drunk? Why don't you sit down and have a conversation with that drunk person? Because they might tell you why they drunk. They might tell you. Sit down with your drunk ass aunt who get drunk at the family reunion cookout every goddamn year. Sit down with one year. Instead of saying, man, Aunt Florence, she drunk again. I'm staying away from her. She get drunk every year. Instead of doing that cornball, kitty ass bullshit. That's the type of shit black people gotta stop doing. We gotta stop doing that shit to each other. Sit down with your aunt and ask her, Auntie, I love you. Don't you know this is the 5th year you've been drunk at the cookout? What's going on, Auntie? Can we talk? How many of us done that? How many of us have done that? How many of us took Uncle Randy who smoked crack and who steal from his mama? How many of y'all sat down and had a conversation with crackhead Randy? Huh? See, that's the type of shit I like to do. I like to talk to the people who people consider the worst kind of people on earth. I have conversations with prostitutes. I have conversations with crackheads. People who people count out in life. JMJ, welcome, my brother. Thanks for tuning in. These are the people I hang around. And you know why I sat down and spoke to them? You know why I sit down and I speak to them like they human? Because I got crackheads in my family. You see what I'm saying? Them people are human. Understand what's going on with people. You saying you love your people, right? You don't even know your people. How many of y'all sat down? I'm still waiting for the answer. How many of y'all done sat down with crackhead Randy? Your uncle that smoked crack and steal from his mother, but he fix every goddamn thing in his mother's house. When you need your car fixed, you need the brakes on your car fixed, you call crackhead Randy that you could give $10 to fix your brakes, but you still call him a crackhead when he ain't fixing your brakes. But when he fixing your brakes, he your goddamn uncle. When you could only give him $10. That's the shit that need to stop between black people. That type of shit. That type of shit. You know you could give Uncle Randy $10 because you know you're going to go buy some crack. That shit is the shit that needs to end between us. What's going on, Nikki? Great to see you, Nikki. It's that type of stuff. How many of us sat down and had that conversation with our drunk ass aunts? How many of y'all? And see, until we start doing shit like that, stop worrying about the condition of our people, because we don't really care. Shout out to my brother Muhammad is the one. How you doing, good brother? I'm glad you here, my brother. Hope you in good spirits, man. I can't wait to have you back, man. Get better, man, and stay strong, bro. Stop speaking about the condition of black people until we start talking about the real shit. Not this this philosophical bullshit that people like to talk about. You want to philosophize everything. Everything ain't a goddamn theory. There's some things that are just real. And every problem that goes on in the black family is not because of slavery. Okay? Your uncle not a crackhead because of slavery. All right? Your uncle don't smoke crack because of white supremacy. Okay? Your aunt not selling ass, your little 16-year-old cousin, she not out prostituting because of the white man. Stop that bullshit. I'm tired of hearing that. You want to put every goddamn thing on white folk. That's bullshit. Your mama didn't abandon you because of white man. Your mama abandoned you because she was a fucked up mother. Or she probably wasn't ready to be a mother because of the things that happened to her in her life. Let's have a real conversation. That's what I'm about, having real conversations. Let's have a real conversation. See? And most black families, we don't sit down and have those conversations. You know why? Because if we did, the whole goddamn house would be crying. Everybody would be crying. Everybody. Hello, Raining Woman. Great to see you, Raining Woman. Can y'all do me a favor and please smash that like button? I got 13, 14 people watching. Can y'all please hit the like button? I appreciate that, Doug. I appreciate it. Yeah, my birthday was the 19th. So let's start loving each other. If if I'm saying I really love you, then let's sit down and have a conversation. Let's find out what is wrong? What's wrong? What happened? Man, you be surprised, man. The things you could find out if you sit down and talk to somebody, especially when they high or drunk. Thank you, Rainy Woman. I appreciate it. Thank you, Queen. I know who I am. I appreciate it. Yeah, Capricorn season is over. You see? This is why you see people who go into rehabs or they attend the AA meetings. This is why they meet some of their best. This is why some people meet some lifetime friends there or some of their best friends there because they really get to know a person. Salute, Rob. Salute, big bro. You already know. Capricorns, baby. Alpha and the Omega. We start the year and end it. But yeah, man, I'm gonna give y'all this story real quick, and then I'm gonna shout everybody out, and then I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm gonna come back a little later. But one night, you know, I go in the basement of my building at that time. My family had, had access to, my family was basically running the building I was living in, and I had access to the basement. And you know how old school people do in the hood. We take the basement and we make money. So a couple of people I knew down there, they turned it into a little gambling thing. And me, since my family running it, I could just go down there and chill. So me, I need somewhere to smoke. I need somewhere to smoke my little weed at. So I go in the basement. I hit my family up like, yo, trying to smoke, police riding around. I come down here and smoke. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, family said, yeah. Welcome Afrocentric Anatomy. Great to see you. My best friend at Cancer, all reliable. Um, so I get down there, chilling, rolling up. They all playing gambling, playing cards, shooting dice, couple of slot machines down there. I'm just sitting there rolling up, watching TV. Sports is on. Watching sports. And it's a guy sitting, he was sitting at the bar. There's a bar down there. I mean, I ain't got to do too much explaining. But long story short, shout out to the Aquariuses, baby. Nothing wrong with no Aquarius. Aquarius women are kind of crazy though. Y'all kind of crazy, Queen. I know who I am. Y'all kind of, but we're gonna do a show about that too. I think we need to do a show about that too. Shout out to my Tauruses too. Shout out to all my Earth signs. You know, Tauruses love to look good. Yeah, yeah. Brother Rob, my son is a Gemini. My son is a Gemini. Yeah, you know you crazy, Queen. I know who I am. But let me get back to the story. Um, so I'm chilling, watching the game, smoking. Dude just come. Now I know dude. I knew dude my whole life. I knew dude my whole life. You know, he's an older guy, older dude. Knew him my whole life. He know my pops. But he's older than my pops. So when my pops was, you know, a teenager and all that, he was a new dude. My block is pretty much family oriented. So everybody know everybody. It's not a secret with anybody. Everybody know everybody. So he comes through, he sits down, and we just start talking. Long story short, me and him, we end up going in the back, away from people, from hearing our conversation. Yo, what's good, bro? Shout out to you, my brother Sutton. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to you, bro. That's my man's right there. Shout out to you, King. Good looking for coming through and supporting, man. And the thing is my whole point of bringing this up was when I spoke to this dude poured his heart out to me. He told me everything he was going through. Mind you, me and this guy never had a conversation. This dude, he don't drink and he don't smoke. Mind you, he don't drink or smoke. So this dude, I don't know why, but he just felt comfortable talking to me. Man, we spoke for about 3 hours. He told me everything that was on his mind and on his heart. This is a true story. My brother who just came in here, Sutton, he know who I'm talking about. He don't know specifically because I'm not giving too much details, but he know because he from my hood. And me and this dude, we spoke for 2-3 hours and he just poured it out to me, y'all. He just let it all go. Do y'all know I walked this man home? Made sure he got home because he wasn't feeling too good. He had just got out the hospital maybe like 2 weeks before that. So what I did was I made sure he got home safe. He was an older guy. So I walked him home. He was like, yo, man, I'm in pain, man. I need you to help me. I need you to make sure I get in my house. I walked him to his house, walked him into his house, made sure he was in there. He locked the door and everything. Do y'all know, family? Do y'all know the next morning they found him dead in his house? The next morning, family. The next morning that man was dead. He died in his sleep. He died. He died. After talking to me, he died in his house. He was dead for 2 days before they found him. He died. That shit made me look at life different. What made this man want to pour his heart out to me before he died? This is why I say you cannot be negative around people who abuse substances. Because you don't know what that person is going through. That person could be on the verge of death. You don't know. Exactly, Queen. And you know what? Do you know what his substance that he abused? Gambling. He was addicted to gambling. Because he didn't drink and he didn't smoke. He gambled his money. But that man sat down with me for 2 to 3 hours and told me everything that was on his heart. Then he died, man. That shit touched me. That shit touched me in a whole nother way. This is why, y'all, you have to watch how we talk to our people who are addicted to substances. Do you know? I'm gonna tell y'all one more story. This woman, her name was Miss Precious from my neighborhood. Another older woman, my mother and my father knew her. Because, see, my mother and my father grew up on the same block. They grew up on the same block. My mother and my father. The same block I was born on, my mother and my father grew up there. So, woman named Miss Precious. My mother was best friends with one of her oldest daughters. Miss Precious was a crackhead. Smoked crack for years. For years. Years and years and years. Later on, I found out Miss Precious had AIDS. Do y'all know when Miss Precious died? Miss Precious was about Miss Precious was about 60 something years old when she died. Do you know Miss Precious died after she came home from rehab? She stopped smoking crack and died. She stopped smoking crack. She went to rehab. Came home. A month later, she was dead. She was dead. She was dead. This is why people are afraid to get off them substances. Because a lot of them don't know how to cope with life without it. See, we got to understand what we dealing with here, family. We dealing with hurt people. We got to stop being so judgmental. Stop always looking down on people. Because just like they don't know what you going through, you don't know what they're going through. You don't know. You don't know. A lot of people be on the verge of death. You don't know that. So, to my supporter, who I'm doing this stream for, please, if this advice was for you or for anyone else, please share the stream and please go get some professional help or go tell that person to get some professional help. Please. you love that person, you will go and get professional help. You wouldn't have no problem putting the money up for it or whatever. If you want what's best for your spouse, or that person wants what's best for their spouse, go get them some help. Go get them some help. And always let them know. Shout out to Zeus on the check-in. Always let them know that you love them and that you there for them. And that you love them regardless. See, don't just show them you love them or tell them you love them and mean it when they stop getting high or when they stop getting drunk. They need to hear it every day. Because if that other person loves you and they love themselves too, they will begin to think about the things you say to them. But if you only badgering them, if you're only putting them down, you're only speaking negative affirmations to them, you're going to be seen as an enemy. You're going to be seen as a reason to keep drinking. You're going to be seen as a reason to keep getting high. Because you know what that person going to say? I knew nobody didn't love me. I knew nobody loved me. So now, throw the bottle back. See? So shout out to my supporter for sending me the supporter requests. Please send in some more. I will be making another post on a community board. Y'all stay tuned for that, where y'all could drop y'all supporters requests. And appreciate all the love and the support from y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all my mods. Shout out to all the supporters who supported me financially too. I gotta be clear on this. I love all the support, but specifically, I want to shout out the ones who financially supported me also. I appreciate y'all too. Very much appreciated. Thanks for all the donations. Thanks for all the love and the constant support. Exactly, Brother Rob. See, we Capricorns, bro, so we go that deep a lot. You know what I'm saying? We be knowing. But like I said, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like I said, look forward to the post. Y'all can leave y'all supporters requests there. Also, I will be going live again tonight a little bit later on. Um, just to speak on some hot shit that's been going on. You know, no, I gotta give my perspective on it. So I appreciate all the love. Like I said, one love to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all my support, all of y'all who continuously support Sheep Stay Sleep and me, DS1 Ross. I appreciate all of it. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the positive energy. And like I said, I appreciate all the super chat donations and all of the I appreciate all of the Streamlabs donations. I appreciate y'all, and I catch y'all on the next one. Peace and love, y'all. Remember, we gotta heal before we build. We gotta heal before we build. How we gonna have real relationships if we gonna keep bashing our significant other instead of helping them? That's destroying. That's not building. So let's heal before we build, y'all. Let's heal before we build. Thanks again. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Much love to y'all.